Still ahead tonight on Time Warner Cable 8 News at 7. Proof positive that one man's junk is another man's treasure. Our VIP Chautauqua coming up after the break. Be right back. Time now for our VIP Chautauqua with Cable 8's James Reed. And tonight we revisit our 2006 profile of an artist whose medium is readily available at the scrap heaps and junk piles of Chautauqua County.
Upon his retirement after 31 years of teaching at Pine Valley Central School, Dale Anderson decided to try something new. So how exactly did he get to be a junk artisan?
I used to go to art shows all the time. Bought a few pieces of art similar to this. And if you've ever gone the arts and crafts, you look at things and say, I could do that. You know, everybody does it. Well, it took me like 30 years, but you know, of course, I didn't know how to weld. I didn't have a welder, but, you know, I can do that.
Step 1, Dale bought himself a little 110-volt welder, and then...
People that sold us as proper farmers, and every farm has a scrap pile. So I said, Lawrence, could I go through? Sure, fine, you know. And turned out there was everything I needed there to make a flower. Somehow it stuck together, and, well... It's been downhill since then. I just started, I wanted to do things, make a few things for the yard. Well, the yard's been full for years and years, and my wife just said, you're either going to have to quit or we're going to have to start selling some of this stuff.
Mr. Anderson is a perfect example of one of those people who isn't afraid to just jump right in and try something new.
Like I said, I never had any instruction on welding, and you just learn by experience. The first things were simple things, crude, because you know you have no confidence in your ability to work with this stuff. You have no idea if it's going to stick together, and you put it together and then you beat on it with a hammer. If it doesn't fall apart, you've made a good weld.
So it sticks together, but is it art?
I would consider some of it, you know, it's so subjective because, you know, you've seen art that I wouldn't give you a nickel for it. It's all in the eye of the beholder.
And just one final thought.
You know, I've come to realize that, you know, since I retired, that one lifetime isn't going to be enough to do everything. I mean, there's so many scrap yards out there.
All right, thanks, James. Now, for more information on Anderson and his whimsical creations, contact Junktures at 988-5059 or check out some of his unique artwork at the Red Brick Farm on Route 394 in Chautauqua.